What's going on, guys? I just thought I'd upload a video. You know, I'm gonna tell you why I don't use the word love. And they always go back to an old English language. And when you look at legalese and stuff like that, and when you read, I've read very old books and I never seen the word love ever in there, except for the narrative painted by Hollywood. But it supposedly comes from the word lufu. Lufu. Um, it's more with a sexual attraction or something like that. When they say old English, what are they talking about? Because when you think about England, they didn't speak the language we are speaking now. And this is the absurdity. And then if you go to Hebrew or Yiddish, they're one and the same. And Yiddish is not Hebrew, nor is it an original language. Some of you remember when I read a few articles in certain books about the language still under development, at least up to 1939. I don't use it. Now, when you want to talk about affection, they would sit there and say, "Oh, that's what love means." Well, when you go back to Lufu, actually, no. When you get to old Germanic Luba, and Gothic Lubo, no, that was not even part of their language. This is what I'm saying. Like, when you get into linguistics, you start to see these things. That's like someone wanting you to apologize for something you didn't do. Now, I have no issue with saying, I apologize for you feeling that way, or I apologize for not being there, or I apologize because I wasn't in your life. But do you know what it is to apologize? Let's look it up right quick. I don't want to be on here long, okay? And I'm only doing this because there is so many other meanings to a lot of these words. So in an overview, or use this as examples if we want to go there, but an overview, express regret for something that one has done wrong. Why would I apologize if I didn't do anything wrong? Now, if wrong was done to me, I would expect that. But when people have their heads so far up their behinds, or in English, arse, no, it will never happen. To make a person comfortable, first of all, how can one be comfortable when they're not existing as they should? The same thing. I expressed that I will not use the word love except for explaining. Right now, as I'm explaining to you, I guess you could say as far as teaching. You can teach yourself this stuff. Why I say eternal bonding. Let's look up eternal. Okay, I'm going to do it right here. I already have it out, but I'm just going to go ahead. Okay. Now, eternal is lasting or existing forever without end or beginning. Now, if you say bond, okay, now I just want you to pay attention. Okay, I want to do it right in front of you. The establishment of a relationship or link with someone based on shared feelings, interests, or expressions. I'm not going to go back and explain love again from its origin. Even though love is a new made-up word, I will not utilize it. I don't know what that is. But to be eternally bonded to you, that is not even a prerogative. That is a fact. And to apologize? To apologize for what? When one is wrong, I don't seek apologies. I've forgiven myself for allowing it to happen. And I keep moving forward, because I am eternally bonded to myself as I am to you. I shared the the twins, right? And I like a lot of the comedy and stuff, but they're ignorant. I mean, they joined the Marines. No, let me stop knocking on my Marine brothers. But people are very arrogant in the short-term memory and the short elasticity of remembrance. I'm serious about this. I cannot afford to lie to myself. I can't. No much no matter, no matter, I'm tired, y'all. No matter how much there is a feeling of loss of things, why would one not feel the loss? That is the eternal bond. That is the reason why. And if we don't have clarity on it, then how can we know otherwise? If we don't have clarity, or somebody brings us to that peak, then how can we look over and see whether it's too far or it's very close before we step? We don't always have to step, you know. And I get it. Not everybody's doing or going to do the same thing. Excuse me, yawning. I thought I got them all out. I'm a deep, heavy thinker, they say. No. I process. I process based upon a real emotion, a real feeling that is natural. I cannot convey and parlay or hold court because everybody knows the same thing. Just because it may quack like a duck and look like a duck but it doesn't necessarily mean it is a duck. See, that's the reverse of if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck. I could put a costume on and move with the herd, you know, the fox with the sheep's clothing, or the wolf with the sheep's clothing. We need to be mindful and think of these things. People are arrogant in their ignorance. I can no longer ascertain that ignorance. Does it mean I move beyond it? How about I move back to the basics? I believe if I were to move beyond it, I would go somewhere else. And I would never know the root or the truth or that which is closer. We always look forward, but we never really look behind us to know why we're in the position we're in. I'm going to actually take a nap. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Y'all have a good evening. Okay? Y'all have a wonderful evening, actually. Yeah, I'm about to climb up there on old red and stretch out for about 45, 50 minutes. I worked out in the sun, so I can feel it. And it feels good. All right?